Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. As you can see, I've been busy lately, okay? You can watch my daughter, of course. Welcome, brothers and sisters of light and dark, to my page. My page is my common sense. I try to get to the point as fast as I can within 10 minutes. And I very much, if you have any questions, you put it down below, okay? There's good on the light and there's also good on the dark, okay? The left-hand path is for the wise. The dark side, okay? And you also become more aware when you you become more aware when you choose that dark path of enlightenment, okay? Not blinded in the light, okay? But I'm making this video because I saw a video and somebody asked me to make a video upon black men's desire of black women, okay? Okay, now we're going to start off with this. I just want to make this video because I think I made one before. But again, this is the core reason, straight up, okay? Straight up, okay? You might stop doing that. Well, let me start from here, okay? Black men, I got to put little notes there to make sure I say everything I wanted to say, okay? Black men always will desire black women. Even the white man desires black women. Black women are the most provocative of all colors. So y'all sisters out there, congratulations, because black women has melatonin in their skin. Can you melatonin, okay, is very provocative. So the darker you are, the more provocative you are. These is the basic facts. The white man went over to the lands to get dark-skinned chicks. You won't see women overseas being advertised as a dark African American or even Nigerian or even Ethiopian or any of that. Darker colored people are more beautiful. So let's get that out of the way, okay? So black men will always desire black women, but there's a stigmatism upon it. There is a stereotype thing. That's the reason why black men don't deal with it, okay? But let me go down the list. There are far more black women. It's 70%, okay? I'm not saying all black women. I'm not saying all black men. There are far more black women, okay, who basically black men don't desire black women. Educated black men don't desire, or average looking black men, because that's a helicopter in the background, don't desire black women because of attitude, straight up. They don't like to listen. They're combative, okay? The man has a PhD. She don't want to listen to stuff. She already got kids. She already smokes. She's not Christian. She's not pure, you want to say. Like me, I only dealt with females who were virgins. I dealt with females who were not virgins, but they tend to realize that I'm just a friend, okay? And I wasn't interested in being their main boyfriend, okay? So basically, I was playing second fiddle. I don't stick my penis in no female who's butt ass. I only stick them in it raw. That's what I do. I do raw. I'd rather play with your goddamn pussy or something like that, okay? Now get off my goddamn page if you're sensitive. This is the real McCoy shit. And let me go down the list. Black women far outweigh the men, okay? Because the 70% of black women who have these raunchy attitudes, who probably did have a daddy somewhere, the daddy's not probably educated, cater, okay, 70% of them cater to the 35%, okay? Remember this, 35% of the men are getting most of the ass of 70% in America, okay? Let's get that out of the way. Most women, particularly overall, prefer taller men, and they're very shallow upon who they pick. So the 70% of black women, so you only got 13% of fucking blacks, right? Right? So you take 70%, same thing, of those black women, same thing, this goes along with white and all multiple colors, and you bag them all together, okay? They will only deal with thug-like type, tattoo type motherfuckers, okay? You know what I'm saying? You might as well knock out the other percentage. The other percentage are average looking men who are left out. The other percentage are not even a part of the equation. Okay, they're just cast aside, okay? Because I'm an average looking motherfucker. I'm not super attractive or anything, but I know what females like because I've been hanging around them, okay? So the average looking ones and the ones who are incarcerated are the ones who don't, you can't put them on that equation because they're not part of the 35% of men, okay? So 35%, I repeat, 35% of the men are getting 70% of the ass. All right, so we got that out of the way. Okay, now the origins of it, okay, during the days of the 1950s and 60s, okay, the white man tried to control or dominate their women, okay. There was a small percentage of women who were getting raped, okay, And during those days, they began to realize that they could not control these white women of ours. That's their white women. They try to beat them. They try to tell them to be more sexy. During those days in the 1950s and 60s, that was the golden age, okay? Where white men had more peace, okay? All right? But the CIA is working for the government. They analyze, the Caucasoid have their own mindset of how to analyze things and how they're going to control and monopolize things. So they created something called the Project Chaos. Look it up yourself. There's two versions of it. There's a domestic version, and then there's also the anti-terrorist version, okay? Which I read too much into. I said, yo, how did this start? Because white men had so much control. So there was no way. Just like the African Americans, they're slip free because of white men, okay? You got to give it to them, okay? So they plan this. They say, okay, since we understand their unstability and they don't want to follow the Christ-like white man Bible, okay, because the Bible is strictly against women, okay? The women eventually wanted to be free, okay? So the black woman who was already, trapped up in chains and stuff, they couldn't be free during those days, 1950s and 60s, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, 1968, you know what I'm saying? They empowered white women, okay, to stand up for themselves, okay? White women have minds, okay? White women have minds. So they coerce with one another. The white man used this as a coup de grace, okay? So they say, okay, if we could separate the sexes, and they don't want to follow white man Christian values, okay, the Bible, they use it as a way of countering. They monopolize. The rich man was like, okay, we're going to free the men, okay, and if the more money the man has, then he can monopolize on women, okay, so they can make the business themselves. Ignoring the Bible wordings and verses in the Bible. Polygamy is allowed in the Bible, so that's another subject. I already made that video already. Let me go down the list here, okay? They can no longer sustain their white women, okay? And basically, they wanted to monopolize on it. So they said, fuck it, we're going to free them through the CIA. Project Chaos, okay? Chaos, see? Project Chaos creates chaos between the sexes. And what happened is that the black women encouraged white women, okay? And said, okay, we're going to come together. Now, majority of the women who were settled in a nice household was not being raped. All they wanted was equality. They wanted to get paid and stuff like that. They wanted to work and stuff like that. They didn't want to no longer stay in the house and listen to their man, which caused a rift between the Christian Bible folks, white Christians, okay, the pilgrims, you want to call them. Okay, now, let me read make sure I got everything, okay. The greater number of women they wanted equality, okay. They didn't want the Christian values, okay. Let me see, okay. They created a provocative coup de grace against unchristian, unsubmissive, non-raped women, okay? Because I know white women's getting raped in the ass, okay? Because white men will definitely rape your ass during those days, 1950s and 60s. Okay, now we have fucking prostitution, we have pornography, we have welfare, and the mighty Commonwealth system, which is completely biased against logical good men. A woman could say he raped her. No evidence, no DNA, they get sent away. That's the part of the white man's strategy. Okay, you see how all this falls into play? You got the Commonwealth, which protects women's rights and stuff like that because of hearsay. No evidence, no DNA, no nothing. Just send the man in jail. And the oligarchies, they feed off of that shit. They're like, yo, we got a business, we got the jail system, we got full of motherfuckers who can't hold their own and shit. The white man, the Caucasoid man said, yo, we gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now understand that. That's all. That's everything in a nutshell. So if you want to understand that, if black men love black women are the most beautiful in the world. Okay, and white man knows this shit. They know that shit. That's no denying. You go to other countries, you won't see black men advertised on billboards. Come on, babies. That's all you need to know. Okay. So thank you very much for listening to my videos, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Remember, peace and love to you all. Ask questions. Always be curious and have an open mind. There's far more evil black women out there than black men. I've met so many black guys who lived in their basement playing video games, couldn't find a fucking girlfriend. I know far more white guys who ain't never had no pussy in their life. That's why some portion of women are going towards white men, but they get this misconception that there's no black men out there because it depends on the area they live in, okay? All right? A lot of average looking guys will come up to these females and they get rejected. I got rejected a lot of times. I was like, oh, fuck this. This is a curse. Y'all motherfucking women think you're going to stay beautiful forever? Don't be fat. Don't get a kid. You better be a virgin because the true, knowledgeable black men is not going to accept you if you are not a virgin. And if they want to stick their penis after another man's penis, that's on them, okay? They sipping, okay? I don't do shit like that. I'd rather travel to another fucking country, man. So y'all black women, wise up, okay? Y'all black women, black men and white women. Okay, wise the fuck up. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Right, bye-bye? Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.